Good morning, students. In the last class, we have taken the topic that is diazonium salt. In that, we have taken the introduction and the methods of preparation. That is methods of preparation. We have used for that is diazotization. We have used for the preparation of in a diazonium salt. This is a very important topic. That is diazotization. In the next, that is we will see the physical properties of an diazonium salt. Physical properties of an diazonium salt. The diazonium salts are colorless. The diazonium salts are colorless, crystalline solid. Colorless crystalline solid. These are the colorless crystalline solid. Crystalline solid means all the crystalline solids are soluble in water. Then diazonium salts are soluble in water, in cold water, these are stable. In the cold water, these are stable in nature, whereas in the warm water, these react to form the compound called amphenol. In the warm water, it will form the phenol. In the cold water, it will be the stable. And the diazonium salt, that is, we will use the example here. This diazonium salt is N2BF4. It is benzene diazonium. That is benzene diazonium tetrafluoroboric acid. Tetrafluoroboric. Benzene diazonium tetrafluoroboric. It is insoluble in water. Insoluble in water, and it will be the stable at room temperature. It is insoluble in water and stable at the room temperature. These are the physical properties of diazonium salt. Then let us take chemical properties of the diazonium salt. Chemical properties. The chemical properties are mainly divided into two groups. One is reactions involving. The first one is the reactions involving removal of or cleavage of N2 group, that is diazo group. The first chemical properties are the reactions involving removal of diazo group, and the second one is reactions involving retention of diazo group. In this type of reaction, the N2 will be removed, and in this type of reaction, N2 will be remain same. So let us take first one as the main heading, that is reactions involving the removal of diazo group. That first one is A. Sandmeyer's reaction. Very important here. The name reactions are important for the examination. Sandmeyer reaction. When the diazonium salts react with the cuprous chloride and hydrochloric acid, then produce the compound called an haloalurones. So let us see how the reaction will be carried out here. When diazonium salt, we will take the directly Cl, the benzene diazonium chloride, benzene diazonium chloride react with the cuprous chloride, that is Cu2Cl2, or we can take the CuCl. We can take Cu2Cl2 or CuCl. Okay, that is cuprous chloride. When the benzene and isonium chloride react with the cuprous chloride in hydrochloric acid, then it will use the compound called and chlorobenzene. The compound will be the chlorobenzene plus and nitrogen. The product, the Sandmeyer reaction here, the product will be the chlorobenzene. Or we can take the another reactions when benzene and isonium chloride react with cuprous, that is react with cuprous cyanide. We can take in the place of cuprous chloride, we can take the cuprous cyanide. In potassium cyanide, then it will use the compound and cyanobenzene. The main product will be the cyanobenzene and the byproducts are here. The reduction of nitrogen will take place in this reaction, that is removal of N1 will takes place. Then N2 plus Cu2Cl, that is cuprous chloride will be formed. These two reactions are known as an Sandmeyer's reaction. Okay, once again I will repeat the reactions. When the benzene and isonium chloride react with cuprous chloride in a hydrochloric acid, then it will use the compound called and chlorobenzene. Or in the place of cuprous chloride, we can take the cuprous cyanide also in a potassium cyanide. When the benzene and isonium chloride react with cuprous cyanide in the potassium cyanide, then it will use the compound called and cyanobenzene. These two reactions are known as an Sandmeyer reactions. Okay. Then the second one, Gattermann's reaction. The second one, Gattermann's reaction. When the benzene and isonium chloride react with the copper in hydrochloric acid, when the benzene isonium chloride react with the copper in a hydrochloric acid or copper in a hydrobromic acid, we can use the copper in hydrochloric acid and we can use the copper in, that is hydrobromic acid. And then let us see the reaction. When benzene and isonium chloride, that is benzene N2Cl, react with and copper in hydrochloric acid, or we can take the hydrobromic acid, then it will use the compound called chlorobenzene. Then the compound will be the chlorobenzene and nitrogen. Then the reaction is known as an Gattermann's reaction. And the reaction is known as an Gattermann's reaction. Third one, Skimmann's reaction. Skimmann's reaction. When the benzene and isonium chloride react with HbF4, that is tetrafluoroboric acid. The name for this compound is tetrafluoroboric acid. The benzene isonium chloride react with tetrafluoroboric acid, then it will use the compound called fluorobenzene. The compound will be here fluorobenzene, and the byproducts are the N2 and BF3, and another product will be the and hydrochloric acid. Another product will be the hydrochloric acid. When the benzene and isonium chloride react with tetrafluoroboric acid, then it will use the fluorobenzene, and the byproducts are removal of diazo group will take place to form the BF3 and hydrochloric acid. This is about the and third method, that is third reactions involving the cleavage or removal of an N2 group. We can take the benzene and isonium chloride here. this N2Cl when react with cuprous chloride in a hydrochloric acid or cuprous cyanide in potassium cyanide, then it will use the compound chlorobenzene. Then it will use the compound called chlorobenzene. When the benzene with isonium chloride react with the copper in hydrochloric acid or copper in hydrobromic acid, then it will use the compound chlorobenzene. Then the compound will be the chlorobenzene. The third is when the benzene disonium chloride react with HbF4, tetrafluoroboric acid, then the compound will be the fluorobenzene. Compound will be the fluorobenzene. When the chlorobenzene is prepared from that, when the disonium chloride react with the cuprous chloride, then it will use the compound called chlorobenzene. Then the reaction is known as Sandmeyer reaction. This reaction is known as Sandmeyer reaction. This reaction is known as Gattermann's reaction. Gattermann's, and this reaction is known as Skiemann's reaction. Then next one, that is first one, we have taken the reactions involving the cleavage or removal or cleavage of diazo. The second one, and is second one, reactions involving retention of and diazo group. These reactions are known as coupling reactions. Such type of reactions are known as coupling reactions. The second one is reactions involving the retention of diazo group, or we can call it as coupling reaction. This is an important. The whole topic, that is diazonium salt, is important for the examination. Let us see the reactions involving the retention of diazo. When this diazonium salt react with in the diazonium salt, and diazonium ion will act as a weak nucleophile here. In the diazonium salt, this N2X, here it is positive charge and it is negative charge. The diazonium group or diazonium ion will act as a weak electrophile. It acts as the weak electrophile. Therefore, it can react with the aromatic compounds containing the activating group like phenol. It can react with the activating group like phenol or amine. When it reacts with the phenol, then it will use the para-hydroxy azobenzene. Then it will use the azo compound. Once again, I will repeat the sentence here. The diazonium ion. The diazonium ion acts as a weak electrophile and can react with the aromatic compounds containing the activating groups like phenol and amine to form the azo compounds. Then the reaction is known as a coupling reaction. Once again, I will repeat the sentence here. When the diazonium salt reacts with the aromatic compounds containing an activating group like the phenol or amine to form the compound called an azo compound, then such type of reactions are known as coupling reactions. Okay. Let us take the reactions for coupling reaction. In the benzene disonium salt, here benzene disonium salt, consider the example benzene diazonium chloride is N2Cl when react with the activity groups containing the phenol, that is aromatic compound containing the activity groups like phenol. First carry the reaction with phenol, then the amine. That is here the compound is the phenol here. In the phenol, one of the hydrogen combined with the chlorine and can convert into the diazo group. The diazo group will be formed here, and nitrogen double bond here, nitrogen with two nitrogen, that is double bond, and the compound will be the OH. The name for this compound is an para hydroxy azobenzene. The name for this compound is para hydroxy azobenzene. Okay? The diazonium chloride react with the phenol in that one of the hydrogen react with the chlorine, then get converted to the hydrochloric acid, and it will use the main product as a diazo compound. The name for this diazo compound is para hydroxy azobenzene. Okay? Let us carry the reaction with an amine. These are the reactions involving the retention of an N2 group, that is diazo group. Here there is no loss of an N2 group. When we take the reactions, these reactions, there is an elimination or removal of N2 group will take place. Here, the benzene diazonium chloride react with the amine. Consider an aniline NH2. One of the hydrogen will combine with the chlorine, then it will get converted into the hydrogen chloride, then it will produce an diazonium compound, nitrogen double bond nitrogen, then aromatic ring, then the functional group is NH. The name for this compound is para here amino, para-amino azobenzene. The name for this compound is para-amino benzene. Okay? This is about the coupling reaction. In the today's class, we have seen the physical properties and chemical properties. In the physical properties, it is a colorless crystalline solid. It is soluble in the water. The chemical properties, there are two types of chemical properties. One is reactions involving the removal of an diazo group. The second one is the retention of an diazo group. In the removal of diazo group, there are mainly three reactions. One is Sandmeyer reactions, Gattermann's reactions, and Schiemann reactions. Okay. The second one is the only that is coupling reactions. Such type of reactions are known as coupling reactions. Okay. This is about the today's class. We will discuss in the next class. Thank you.